Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So guys, I have an exciting video today. I'm going to talk about how you can be, do, and have anything you absolutely want using the law of assumption. So yeah, if you guys are new with us, it's Amanda. My name is Amanda. I'm from Create Your Future. I like to make law of assumption videos on to help people actually. So, and you know what, I've got a free course as well that I made to help people. It's called How to Identify Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. It's going to help you be able to build your mental diet, which is absolutely crucial, like we're going to talk about later in this video. The link is in the description below to get the free course. So yeah, guys, let's dive right into it. Oh, by the way, we actually, if you are new to us here, actually, because we did get a whole bunch of new subscribers recently, me and my team of coaches, we do law of assumption videos to help you guys to be able to manifest what you want. So yeah, definitely check it out. So guys, you know what? I've manifested so many things in my life. If you guys started, for those of you that started with the channel way back in the beginning, I manifested my marriage. I'm now married now. And my relationship, I've manifested so many things, transforming relationships in my life, little things like, manifesting getting dinner, free chicken. I mean, my manifestations are endless because as you know, guys, our thoughts are creating and they're always constantly creating. So, I think one of the biggest things that you can do to be able to manifest anything at all is to, learn how you actually manifest. And how I would suggest doing that is writing a little list of manifestations. Okay. So, taking a piece of paper and going, okay, you know what, today I want to see a coworker wearing a blue shirt, tomorrow or today I want to, receive a rose, or I want to receive flowers. I want someone to buy me a coffee. I want someone to, my sister to call me, just a little manifestations where you don't have resistance to, but they're just unique enough that you're going to notice them. And when you start doing this little list every day and checking things off that manifest and adding to it, you start to see how you actually create. And I think this is incredibly important because, it is a personal thing. Your thoughts are your magic wand, and your magic wand is how does it work for you? And knowing how it works for you is going to help you to build faith and trust in your thoughts creating, because at the end of the day, the only one you need to trust is you, and trust in yourself and your thoughts creating, right? So when you know how you do it and you start to see evidence of you doing it, and the more evidence that you see of you doing it and being successful and manifesting things, the more faith you are going to have in yourself. And that is the one big thing here, is having faith in yourself. The second thing is your mental diet, right? Talking positively to yourself about what's showing up in your relationship and in your life, right? So the first thing that I always say is that, look, I could be, do, and have anything I want, and it's happening now because my thoughts create, and I'm good enough to have this, right? So start focusing on what do you want, and make sure your mental diet's in line with it. So what do I mean by that? So it's kind of like, a GPS, right? If you put in no, like address to go to, how do you know when to turn? How do you know which way to go? You don't know where to go. But when you put an address into your GPS, then you navigate to there, you make the left here, the right there, go straight here, your destination is on the right type of thing. Well, that's what having a goal in mind with your mental diet is like, okay? When you have a goal, you know which thoughts you're going to keep and which thoughts you're going to throw away. And this is so incredibly important because every single one of your thoughts has the potential to create in your reality. Okay, this is based in quantum physics. They've done studies on this and they proved it to be real. Now, trust me, anyone that knows me, you know that I am not a wooey kind of person. I'm very analytical. I'm very much based in reality, right? And down to earth type of person. And I'm not into like a whole bunch of woo-woo stuff, right? This is based in science now. And this is why I talk about it. And this is why I know it's true. So when you get your goal, that's like putting your address into your GPS. Now you know which thoughts to keep and which ones to throw away. The thoughts you keep are the ones that are in line with your end goal. The thoughts that you throw away and change in the moment are the ones that are not in line with your end goal. Okay. So, okay, let's say, for instance, my end goal is to, let's use marriage because I got married. To get married, right? Now, if I have the thought going, well, he said he never wants to get married again. Okay, that thought is not in line with me getting married. So I need to change that to he wants to get married again and he wants to marry me. Boom, that's in line. So it's about keeping on your thoughts all day long, making sure that they're in line with what you want. Having the thought that he doesn't want to marry you or that he does want to marry you, neither of those take any more energy than the other. It's just what you're choosing to hold on to in the moment. So if you have a thought that's not in line with what you want, just take a moment and just change it on the spot. Invest the thoughts that you're having today in your results that you're going to see tomorrow, right? Now, the other thing about believing, that you can be, do, and have anything you want. Okay, so we went over creating that little list, and then we've talked about your mental diet. Is the third thing that I want to bring to light is the fact that everyone is you pushed out. Okay, and this is actually based in Neville Goddard's book, Prayer, the Art of Believing, Chapter 5, Thought Transmission. So you can definitely check it out. This is also based in quantum physics, okay? The mechanism, how the law of assumption works, how your thoughts create is everybody is you pushed out. So like Neville explains that you are basically a broadcasting tower and your thoughts are constantly going out. Quantum physics explains it that this is your quantum bubble and everybody in it is your projection, okay? So that's how I look at it, okay? But most definitely everybody is you pushed out and they're going to show up the way that you assume them to show up. Same with everything in your reality is going to show up with the way that you assume it to be. So, if you want your car, to last, to like forever, then my car is going to last forever. It's always going to run perfectly. You know what I mean? So, same with people, if you are looking at manifesting a specific person in a relationship, well, then start assuming that they want to be with you rather than rejecting you, right? Start assuming everything that's in line with your end goal, right? Because everyone as you pushed out is the mechanism how this works. Your thoughts are constantly broadcasting out and your 3D reality is delayed. It is your previous thoughts, okay? So your 3D reality is a little bit delayed. So when you want to change something in your reality, we've got to change it in the 4D because trying to change the 3D is like trying to comb your hair in a mirror, okay? The 3D is old thoughts. They were a minute ago, 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago thoughts. And then when we see them and react to them, we're basically just living in the past. We're living in our past thoughts. So we need to rein it back in, bring it into the 4D, bring it into our thoughts and say, okay, look I don't like that showed up. So this is what I'm going to create instead. Okay. So you use your 3D reality to create your mental diet as well. So let's say, for instance, let's go back to the marriage example, right? So I intend, that, the guy I'm dating wants to marry me. And then, he says, oh, I don't want another, serious relationship. Okay. That showed up in my 3D, that manifested, no problem. I take a look at that and I say, okay, thank you 3D for showing me that. I understand you don't want to be in another relationship, no problem. And then you turn around, turn it inwards and say, no, I intend he changes his mind. I intend he does want to marry me. And then you move on and keep moving on, and moving on and moving on with making sure your thoughts are in line with your 3D reality. Not move on from him, right? Accept your reality for what it is, because the more you push against your 3D reality, right, in the 3D, the more it's going to persist. What you resist will persist, right? So it's just accepting it, just acknowledging it. No problem. Thank you for that. I understand you don't want to be in a committed relationship. I get it. That's okay. And then moving on. Right. And when you move on to, in your mind to focusing on what you want, right, then they're going to come around. They're going to turn around because they're you pushed out. Okay, you put your thoughts, your assumptions into them. So sit down and take some time right now. If you are manifesting a relationship, like I manifested my marriage, was I put a lot of time into what he thinks and what he assumes, what, I believe to be true about relationships. For instance, sometimes people have the thought that relationships never work for them. I have the thought that relationships always work out for me. And then, your self-concept as a girlfriend, a fiance, a wife, it's like, oh, well, I'm never any good in relationships. They never understand me. Change that to, no, I'm the best girlfriend, fiance, wife ever. And everybody wants to be with me because I'm absolutely amazing. Why wouldn't they want to marry me? Right. So, take a look at all of those stories that you've got going on in your life as well. Right. Because, you've got to have those 3 areas down is what they think your partner thinks about you or your potential partner, what you think about relationships on a whole, and what you think about yourself in a relationship. And sometimes those three will kind of meld together and overlap a little bit, and that's totally fine, right? It's the important part is get that old negative story out, become aware of it, acknowledge it, and change it. Okay, so guys, yeah, so to manifest anything, to be, do, and have anything you want, have faith in yourself, believe that your thoughts create the list of little things. Very important. Find out how your magic wand works. Get a goal, set a goal, make sure your mental diet is in line with that goal. And remember that everyone is you pushed out. And a really great thing to do to circle back to that list is, put on that list little everyone is you pushed out things, people saying something, coworker wearing a certain color of shirt, anything that you can create more evidence that everyone is you pushed out and they're over, and your assumptions of them are showing up. Okay. Yeah, I intend this video helps each and every one of you guys, because remember, you guys are limitless and you guys can be, do, and have anything you absolutely want. I intend it. I'm rooting for you. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.